Today I have also received a couple of questions from the related with me, with us. And Malati Devi Dashi also. He sent those questions. Malati Devi Dashi sent those questions to me also. So today I would like to answer. I can answer the question offered by Haribhakta Das Prabhu later at some point, okay, when I find some suitable moment or time. So, I hope Haribhakta Das Prabhu will stay happy with me. I'm going to chant today at this moment, maybe later, near future time. But I'm taking Jaykrsna Das from France. The answer so is very beneficial and helpful for many devotees to understand in proper lights of Siddhanta. Basically, the nature of that question is connected with, related to our sadhana through Vidhi Marga and Raga Marga. Sadhana being performed through Vidhi Marga, following the path of rules and regulations, at least on the neophyte states, and finally following the path of Raga Marga, that of spontaneous loving devotion, not confined, which is not necessarily confined scriptural rules and regulations, which are for the sadhakas state at the beginning stage, initial stage of sadhana. Now, I understand. Sometimes, or most of the times, many of us naturally do not want to be confined and controlled and restricted by many rules and regulations. Most of the times, many of us don't want to do the things in our life, so much restrictions, so much impositions of restrictions of rules, regulations, of how those things will be done. Our activity is getting so dry. Okay, all our activity becoming so dry and sometimes dissatisfying. No job satisfaction, or no job satisfaction. It can happen in the lives of Krishna devotees. Are trying to engage in the devotional services to Mahaprabhu, and under the so much pressure and restrictions of so many scriptural rules and regulations in different ways, then they feel that It's all getting imposed, lose the spontaneous state, loving service, offering loving service to the Lord, but because is certain rules and regulations that become so prevalent more than the spontaneous way, some spontaneous, tasteful. And as a result, sometimes some frustrations come. And therefrom some anger and complications. They seem to be losing happiness. Devotional service need to do, burden of joy to them or not. Lose the spontaneous comes. Stand the realistic ways of the applications of the Vidhi Marga. Some rules, regulations, disciplines. Render some devotional service to the Lord. In proper light, when we understand in the proper sense, then there shouldn't be this kind of conflicts or this kind of untasteful feelings. We have to that world of service to be smart about how to relate to that world of Vidhi Marga Sadhana. In other words, how to apply, how to implement those some scripture rules recommended for doing different services to the Lord. Then no problem at all, we find a harmony. Instead, we can also discover some harmony, some great satisfaction, and some harmonious flow to without being dissatisfied, rather with some satisfaction and taste. Even, while doing services through Vidhi Marga, I'm not talking about services done in Raga Marga now. Spontaneous loving devotionals, I'm not talking relating to the aspect of services in Vidhi Marga. Now let me explain that we naturally understand to live our life in a proper way, with proper adjustment and harmony with the time, place, situations we are living in, with the nature, environment, everything. Need to follow some disciplinary measures. Need to follow certain disciplines and systems, and all the time like impositions, burdening, or like free choice, free way of doing the things, free loving way, of doing the things. Not be taken just burdening us, with some sort of commitments, committed ways we do not really want to do, we do not really want to forceful imposition. No. But rather, you can also discover certain ways, reasonable ways, by talking to our mind by speaking to our own mind, friendly but sober, sound way. Oh mind, please listen. Listen, in order to live a first class, high class life, whether mundane life or to speak more of the spiritual life. So, whether life in this world or life of spirituality, we need to live it with some natural system and disciplines. They become often helpful. Instead of we take them as our enemies to us, rather they become more helpful, favorable to do things in our life more organized, to do things in a more organized way, harmonious way in our life. So those types of rules, regulations or systems or disciplinary measures, actually they never meant to take away our freedoms, natural loving freedoms, but to help our loving freedoms to be more utilized in a way which creates harmony. Harmony. According to the time, place, situation, and my own constitution, according to what ought to be done, what ought not to be done. So, I back to the point. So, good disciplines, following some good disciplines and systems or methods, they are actually meant to help us advance in our spiritual life more organized, harmonious way, balanced way, with proper understandings, rather than they put obstructions on our way of advancement, rather than they hinder our service, or they create difficulties or disharmony, bring harm to the life of devotional activities in relation to the Lord. No. So, Lord Krishna, one of the principal instructions of Lord Krishna through Bhagavad Gita is that you live a balanced life. You always try to live a middle path, a balanced life, that of yukta vairagyam. Neither too much on this side or too much on that side. Always maintain a balance in all your actions, thought process, choices, activities, and continue to do them in harmony. When you speak of the term harmony, that also has got a system. Harmony, the meaning of the term harmony also follows certain beautiful system in it. Like, for example, in a musical concert, there's so many musical instruments in the same musical concert together. They all sound differently from each other. Suppose if they don't, all those musical instruments or the players of the musical instruments don't follow disciplines and systems of raga or ragini, musical melodies, then what will happen? All will get disharmonious. But while all those all those musicians follow a harmonious system to play with the same musical tune, melody, as per the directions of the, orchestrator. Okay? As per the direction of the director of the musical concert. Then, whole music flows in harmony, in harmonious melody. See, there are also all the musicians following certain system, certain discipline, and that rather promotes the harmony. Okay? Harmonious nature of the musical presentation and not disharmony. In a similar way, I can give you many more examples. Okay. Sometimes, suppose when you are out in the street, there are certain traffic rules, regulations. So most of the people want others to follow the traffic rules, not to break it. Even if some of these people on the road, out in the road, they feel like breaking the traffic rule, they are in the emergency, they have to go. Okay, everybody feels I am at everybody sometimes in the mood that I have urgent need, I need to go quickly. Why should I follow traffic rules and regulations? But at the same time, same people, the other portion of the mind, while one portion of the mind in the same people waiting for the traffic signal, green signal to pass through, thinking, it would be better if I could go now, right now. Why should I be restricted? Why my freedom should be restricted with all these traffic signals, this and that? I don't like it. My freedom is taken away. But other part of their mind, the other portion of their mind also saying intelligently, they're saying, no, it's required. It's required. They're saying, okay, everybody, all the people should follow the traffic rule. Otherwise everything will be jumbled up, there will be accidents. So conflicts, it will be all wild and unruly, and it will be resulting into accidents. So better everybody follow traffic rule and flow in system. See, in the same people, two aspects of the mind speaking in their brain sometimes. But the better part, that yes, when they make them understand, okay, we need to follow this discipline, traffic system. Otherwise, if everything gets wild, if nobody follows the traffic rule, everything will get so wild, there will be practically no freedom to pass nicely, pass smoothly. Okay, all will be wild and crazy, and it will disturb our freedom more, rather than this is much better to follow traffic rule and system. See, their following system or discipline is not working as unfavorable to our interest, but rather favoring our interest. Not really imposition. Those traffic rules not really imposition also, although sometimes at certain moments we feel like that. As we understand and take it nice way, take it with a nice mental temperament, nice attitude. Okay, it is necessary, I should be patient. Then you become no more frustrated. Oh, why should I not be allowed right now? Okay, pass through the traffic signal, I cannot wait for the green signal, I need to go right now. You cannot be so impatient. Then as you understand properly, then you become naturally patient, you have natural patience, and you are also satisfied with that, and wait for a while until you receive green signal to pass through. See? There are many more examples we find. Suppose everybody loves to sleep, everybody loves to eat, sleep, doing many things, which is so interesting. Some people, while the people engage in different, some exciting entertainment, enjoyments of life, sometimes those same people forget where to stop. They are very expert to start, to make a start of the enjoyment and everything, fun. But sometimes they forget where to stop, the limit. They don't. As soon as it brings so much trouble. Instead of enjoyment, they invite more trouble because they cross the limit of the enjoyment, and they are inviting the trouble. As long as they remain balanced, to take the enjoyment, to have the enjoyment, they know start, how long to go or where to stop. Then, of course, they can have. Okay, then they are satisfied with the enjoyment. They can enjoy everywhere. Suppose you love to eat some delicious food. I'm talking about delicious food. You eat and eat and eat. At some point you have to stop. That is called system. You follow your natural biological system you want, and then you stop there, everything is satisfied. As the limit, your mind wants that. Your mind feels so much taste to do sometimes some overeating of some delicious stuffs. But because your mind wants that way, out of greed, you cannot listen to that. Listen, then, due to you will feel sickly. Then same you will speak to yourself, tell your mind, oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I should not eat more. I should not have eaten more, should not have overeating. I lost control over me. I should not have allowed my stomach according to the need of eating, having now due to overeating. See, the same person talked to his mind. I wish I did not do the overeating. Why did you do that? Why? Suppose, another example, you love to sleep. Sleeping and sleeping, but you know, you have to wake up early in the morning to attend some very important duty, go for some very, very important job. You have to wake up on time and go for that job. And what happened? You forgot to put alarm or anything because you thought, oh, this alarm disturbs my sleep. This alarm disturbing my sleep so much, let me put it off and sleep peacefully. Then at some point, what happened? Alarm didn't ring because you don't want to follow rule, or you don't want to take system. Oh, I don't want that. So I did not put the alarm on. And you thought, okay, I have some sense, I have fifth sense, sixth sense, I will wake up on time. And then what happened? He woke up at some point and looked up on the wall clock and found, okay, still not the time, still I have got half an hour, or still I have got 1 hour to sleep, let me sleep. See, let me sleep. All of a sudden, in his mind, he jumped up from the bed, looking at the clock. Oh my God, I'm late. Why did I sleep so much? Same person, he was loving to sleep. He was feeling so much love to sleep and sleep. Now this same person is cursing him. After waking up, cursing him. Why did I take so much sleep? Why did I continue sleeping and sleeping? Oh, why did I not put my alarm? Okay, it's not intelligent. Talking to mind, cursing himself. You're not. Okay, you should not sleep so much. No. Satisfied in the system and just somehow managing to take care of himself in a brief way and running for that late. So see, I can give you many more examples like this. To me, Sreyo and Preyo. In the scriptural term, this has been described as Sreyo and Preyo. Preyo means the idea, way of the Preyo means which seems to be the path, the way which seems to be very good, very lovable, okay, very lovable and enjoyable for a while, for some times, okay, but as it continues further and further, it brings all the bad results. In consequence, the Preyo, the term Preyo, way of Preyo, consequently brings all the negative results, bad results. Then the same person who accepted the path of Preyo begin to curse himself. No, he is not satisfied, he lost himself. Why did you have to do that way? Tempted, follow your temptations, greed, okay, without any self-control. You should not have done that. When finding the consequence. Although it feels the way of the prayer, path of prayer, path of the activities done, with that prayer, okay, means of prayer, brings bad consequences, okay, bringing so much negative results. Not good. Not good at all, not beneficial at all for the overall life, for your overall interest, life's interest. But Lord Krishna described is also the path of Sreyo, opposite to the path of prayer. And what does that mean? What does the Sreyo mean? That you may or may not like that path in the very beginning of starting your activity with. I repeat, you may or may not love to accept that way of doing the things. But as you continue further and further with that path, being situated, all the activities being situated in that path, it brings more and more beneficial results. It blesses your life more and much positive, benedicting, beneficial life. Okay? By fulfilling you, and you feel so much happy, so much satisfied and happy in the long run, because you are following some holy system, discipline of the path of the Sreyo. Sreyo, which may or may not be felt so good in the initial stage, like taking bitter medicine. Okay, but like doing some real beneficial job, what you don't feel like doing, but it's very beneficial for your life, to make some money, for living your life happy. overall, although you may not like to do, I don't. So, anyway, so that is the way of Srila. The more you continue all your activities through that path, the more you are blessed with so much positive, beneficial results in life. Then, instead of cursing yourself, you thank yourself. You rather thank yourself, express gratitude to your own self, saying, yes, you have done good. You have done really good. You are very intelligent that you followed the system of the Shreya instead of Preya. So Lord Krishna advises us always to follow the path of Shreya and not Preya. Preya means apato madhur pariname bishamoy. Shreya means apato madhur nao hote pare. Madhur hoteও পারে নাও হতে পারে কিন্তু পরিণামে অপরূপ সুখপ্রদ পরম মঙ্গলপ্রদ অমৃতময় আস্বাদনপ্রদ অমৃতময় আস্বাদন প্রদানকারী শ্রেয় See, Mo is enjoying so much to hear such explanations. Everybody is enjoying, I know. Yeah, all the devotees here, whoever understanding this English explanation, enjoying. So, now back to the point. So sometimes in our own life, in our own mind, we are not very clear what we really want, which way we really want. But when we become situated in the proper intelligence, and sensitivity, knowledge in the mode of goodness instead of in the mode of ignorance or passion, then we always accept to follow certain structure, certain disciplinary measures, certain systems with happiness. Nice way, without getting frustrated. Knowing that it will be helpful in the long run, this is helpful. Okay? It doesn't take away our freedom of love, freedom of choice. Rather, it can help our freedom. Okay, to do things in a more harmonious way. Okay, in adjustment, nice harmony with the time, place, situation, with my own constitutional taste. Okay. So, so on the higher stage of our intelligence and knowledge about our own self, about the environment, time, place, situation we are living in, about what I want to do, what I really want to do and I want not to do, okay, becomes very concrete. I repeat, on the higher stage, on the higher realm of our intelligence and knowledge, realizing about the need of our own self according to time, place, situation, and independent of the present time, place, situations. Okay, what will bring eternal good in my life, all becomes very clear. Okay, with the higher lights of the Siddhanta. Realizations. Then such unclarity never remains in our life. what to do, what not to do. Sometimes we are in a state we don't really know what I really want at the moment, what I really want in my life. But while situated on the higher intelligence, on the plane of higher intelligence and knowledge, then such unclarity, unclear condition does not remain, cannot remain. Rather, I become very clear in that what I really want, what I don't want. I can make a clear decision with all happiness. Okay. Otherwise, all these fluctuations always go on between this moment I want this, next moment I don't want this, I want that one. Flittering, fluctuating. Our ways of desires also fluctuating. Not sthitadhi, not well established, not yet well established, or so not well settled, but in a flittering stage. So, why am I explaining all this to you all? That while we come to understand, while we start understanding some of the vidhis in the vidhi marga, sadhana of life, certain rules, regulations, and systems, we accept them with more positive spirit, positive attitude, temperament, spirit. Okay, they are friendly. Okay, they are friendly to me. So, let me accept their advantage of following certain disciplines and systems in a certain way. And it will be helpful. Then, no such frustration will appear in his mind. Oh, why should I follow this rule or regulation, this system? Okay? Because he understands the utility. When a person understands the utility of waking up from the sleep also, not just only sleeping, loving to sleep, but also it is needed to wake up from sleep at some point. Knowing oversleeping also causes sickness of the body. It doesn't do good to my body, rather causing sickness, while I'm loving to do oversleeping in the name of freedom. So, one understands this, that the beneficial need to wake up from the sleep at some point and engage in other healthy things, which will bring so much happiness to his life, to her life. Then, the system of following to wake up at certain point, the sleep, certain disciplined time, is not felt as distasteful, very distasteful thing. I don't like it, no. Rather, they become satisfied, happy. Yes, I woke up on time, and I can now take care of some of my activities. Okay, I can easily take care of certain important tasks so nicely. Okay, and also I feel now I have got enough sleep. Enough of it now, so much sleep. Okay, I don't feel it will be better to sleep more. See, but before waking up from the sleep, the same person was thinking other way around. Most of the time, not all the time, but many times people think other way around. Oh, let me sleep more. I can't wake up. Of course, at some point when they're tired of sleeping, they have to wake up. They are very, very tired of sleeping. They cannot sleep anymore. They have no other choice but by the natural rule, to wake up. prompted by the rule, regulation, biological rules of the nature, they cannot but wake up. Anyway. Now, next question will arise regarding the applications of different types of rules, regulations and systems in Vidhi Marga life. Well, let me tell all the devotees very clearly, all the rules and regulations are not meant for all types of constitutions. There are some rules, regulations and scriptural injunctions described by the authorities of the scripture, which are in common for everybody. But at the same time, there are also certain rules, regulations, systems and disciplines, ways of disciplines, very particular according to individual constitutions. They are not applied in a common way like one for all. No sense. Same doctors for different types of patients. While some devotees feel certain taste, and frustrations to follow certain type of rules, regulations in the service of the Lord, which they feel they are trying to follow, but they are not really feeling happy, not satisfied with, not really feeling any taste. Instead of promoting their devotional feelings of service, devotional feelings of offering service to the Lord, rather the imposition or restrictions of such rules, regulations is demoting that spirit, devotional spirit. Then let those devotees be away from following those rules, regulations, and they simply accept those rules and regulations or systems as prescribed by Mahajanas, which they find as befitting, more conducive, favorable to their constitutional nature, with what they can easily flow with so much taste, so much likings and taste, in order to render service to the Lord, perform services to the Lord. So that's fine. So the devotees will have to be open-minded, without any excuse, without any kind of excuses, due to some laziness and all, or without any kind of motivations, prejudiced motivations, while they really feel with all open-mindedness, such and such rules and regulations are not really meant to help my spiritual progress, help my spiritual cultivations, because I see again and again, I see time and again, whenever I go to follow those rules and regulations, I always become so dissatisfied and so frustrated, not really working for me. Whereas I discover some other ways of the discipline, other ways, very effective ways of some disciplines and systems, or in other words, rules, vidhi, which work much better for me, really working for me, where I am not frustrated, rather I am more satisfied and happy, finding taste. So then, let those devotees choose to accept those rules, regulations, or nice disciplines and systems rather than the other ones. There are different rules and regulations, not one or two types. So many different types of rules and regulations, injunctions, or in other words, in a more broader term, from the broader perspective, let me explain. Some harmonious disciplinary measures or harmonious systems have been described by the scripture. Different types, with the purpose, with the aim, so that some of them or all of them can be very befitting, can be very harmoniously suitable to different types of constitutions, different types of jiva souls, so that by following those, they can engage in worshipping, serving their Lord, in a very happy, tasteful ways instead of frustrations. So, back to the point, scriptures also point out, scriptures have also spoken about, also describe about that kind of, those categories of rules, regulations and systems which are more befitting and likable, lovable by some jiva souls according to their individual constitution. Not that all the systems, all rules, regulations, all the disciplines, harmonious systems introduced by the Mahajanas, to help us are bringing, or should bring frustrations or unhappiness in our life, like impositions. It cannot be like that. So there are different applications. We have to understand. We also need to intelligently understand about the acceptance, about the nature of our acceptance, which one to accept, which one not to, which one more suitable to me, which one not, which path, which means more suitable to my inner constitution, individual constitution, my soul, and which one not. So, and we can make a choice, can discover with the inspiration, helped by the inspiration from our Chaitya Guru, our Gurudev, in the form of a super soul in our heart, in the form of our inner heart, we can make a choice. We can be selective about which one will be so favorable and congenial to do the service to the Lord. And we can follow that system, that discipline, instead of following the other one which is not really working for me, what to do. So that's also open. That option also open in the world of the loving devotional service. It's not that world of loving devotional service always put under force of some kind of hard discipline, rules, regulation system, like army. It's not like that. So, I know. Now, next question will arise in relation to this, what I have explained so far. That, Maharaj, can you explain the difference between these two categories of rules, regulations, how to understand which kind of rules, regulation, of specific discipline and system very suitable to my constitution, my individual constitution, and which one not. how to discriminate. That will be the next question. Okay. And that can be discovered. That can be discovered by the help of Chaitya Guru. In other words, answer can be discovered from the deep level of our inner heart, Chaitya Guru. Okay. Of course, with the help of the Mahajanas, advices, guidance of the Santas, pure devotees, Mahanta Sadhu. So with the help of the Sri Gurudev, Guru Varga, and with the help of the guidance from the inner heart, we can discover, find out about. Okay. So I humbly remain here. In my Harikatha, I humbly remain here. All glories to Sri Guru Gaurango, Gandharvika, Govinda Sundar, Madana Mohana, Gopinath Ji, Giridhari Ji, Sri Lakshmi Barahadev Ji. All glories to Panchatattva, Gaurahari. All glories to Vrinda Maharani. The Supreme Lord the Supreme Lord accompanied by all her associates. All glories to all the pure devotees of their lordships. Hare Krishna. Gaur Hari Bol.
Bhakti Nandan Swami Maharaj ki
Puro joy dao.
Joy and Vishnubad, all glories to Sri Guru Gauranga Gandharva Radha Govinda Sundar Dev ki joy.
Guru Varga joy dao.
अष्टदश भक्ति सुंदर गोविंद श्री महाराज की ओम विष्णुवाद स्वामी नित्य वैष्णव अष्टदश भक्ति रक्षक श्रीधर श्री महाराज की जय विष्णु भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर गोपाद की महाभागवत व श्री गौर किशोर दास जी महाराज की श्री सचिदानंद ठाकुर महाशय की जगन्नाथ दास जी महाराज की प्रेम से श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य समस्त गौर भक्तबिंदो की धन मंगल हरि नाम संकीर्तन की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे.
Transmission all right?